Hey everybody, welcome to June finally. Sorry it's taking a week later, or the week later, the second week of the month. But the way the holiday fell, and I had one of my importers with COVID, and I was at an event Monday waiting to place an order for a wine I tasted there too. So, but we're here, and it's June. It's beautiful. I'm on my porch, so you might hear cars or trains or birds or the strains of music from Maplewood Village. It's girls' night out, I guess they're calling it, or is it ladies' night out? Whatever. I'm not there. So first wine. Um, this is the one I tasted on Monday, and it is a PetNat, a natural sparkling wine. The name of the wine is Les Vins Pirouettes, and this is specifically Le PetNat Derek. What caught my attention most about this was, I wanted to have a white wine in the roster for the month, of course. I'm also fighting sunset here, so I may have to start this tape all over again if the sun comes from behind those trees. Anyway. I wanted a white wine, but then I love sparkling wine. I love PetNat's naturally sparkling wine, and I tasted this one and was really, really blown away by it. But I guess the double whammy was that it's from the town of Dombasle-la-Ville, and on a very personal note, that's where my grandfather emigrated from at the turn of early in the last century. And it was a trip to Alsace, specifically to meet family in Dombasle-la-Ville after he passed away in my early 20s. That really cemented my interest in wine. So in Dombasle-la-Ville now is one of the preeminent and largest winemaking communes in Alsace. This is an interesting project, the Pirouette project. It was started by Christian Binner, who is really sort of the benchmark of natural wine production in Alsace for about 20 years. And he put together this kind of little collective group of organic and biodynamic grape growers, because he was upset that a lot of times they were selling their grapes off to people who weren't really making the best wine with them, even though they were growing and raising these grapes the right way. So with the working with a couple of enologists, he got 13 different of these growers in 14 different parts of Alsace to start to make their own wine, with his direction and direction of these enologists. He wanted them to basically get the money they deserved for raising and growing these great grapes, and it's worked. And this really caught my attention, caught my palate because of where it was from. It uses two grapes. One you're familiar with, Pinot Noir, about 20%, and 80% Auxerrois, which is Auxerrois, Auxerrois. And it is a grape that's also used in Champagne, more and more being used in Champagne, but is one of the permitted grapes in Champagne as well, which isn't terribly far away from Alsace, both climatically and regionally. So this is a PetNat. It is unfiltered, unfined. You'll still find some yeast in there. You'll see some sediment if you have it down on its side. Obviously, chill it, crown cap, open it up, stand it up in the fridge if you can, on the door after you've chilled it, just so some of that sediment settles. It's not going to kill you. It's just the yeast that hasn't been totally fermented, because unlike Champagne, with PetNats, the second fermentation happens in the bottle, hence the crown cap. Right, so it's not like it's a double step like they do in Champagne. Excellent aperitif wine. This is the kind of wine you want to drink on your porch on a night like tonight. It's high 70s, maybe around 80. There's a nice breeze. This will go with seafood, with sushi, with light fare, with salads, with just kind of like picking at some cheese and charcuterie, all by itself. It's really, really flexible too. So that is the wine. And also, I hope you like my shirt. It was suggested to me that I look nicer for the videos, and I took that member's suggestion. Personally is not the right thing to say. I took their suggestion, and instead of the T-shirt, I threw on a shirt with actual buttons. I like that. Pretty cool, huh? I'm excited for your feedback on this wine. I love sparkling, you know that, and this is a fun, easy sparkling wine to drink. And I think, especially compared to a lot of the PetNat prices now, I think really reasonable. And here comes the sun, just in time. Super.